Hi, everyone, and good morning. I am Chantel Taldioli, and today I had planned on doing a tapping video. Make sure my volume's up. It's Tuesday, 9 a.m. MST, and planned on doing a tapping video today. I had a really cool subject, and then my morning was really, really rough. And I had this thought of like, I can't go live and I can't talk about what I wanted to talk about, what I wanted to tap on, because I'm not in the headspace for it. I'm not in the heart space for it. So, I thought, well, throat chakra. So I thought, well, maybe I'll come on and I'll just talk about my morning and how it was really rough and how this is just real life, right? And I recognize it really fast too because of the tapping, because of the other work that I've done. And I am able pretty quickly, I think, quicker than usual, to be able to change my my mindset, but also how I'm physically feeling. So if you've ever had a rough morning in your life, raise your hand or comment or whatever and like show witness here. But yeah, so the topic for today that I had wanted to tap on was from a client that's in the Rise Tribe with me, and she messaged me yesterday and she said something was happening. And basically she was saying like, and she'd let me share this story. I asked her if I could after we like texted each other back and forth. And she basically said like, this sucks, what was happening, And I was like, okay, let's look at it as with the new pair of eyes, with the new reframe, so to speak. So instead of thinking like this is happening to me, how can I think that this is happening for me? Or how can I find a way to see, however you want to frame it, glass half full. But I really like that's my reframe is instead of this is happening to me, how can this be happening for me? Because it also is my belief and that my goal in everyone that I work with is to then adopt the same outlook on life, that nothing is happening to us, that the universe is completely 100% conspiring for us, for our better good, for our growth. And but I'm human also, and I get caught up in this stuff. So this morning when nothing was going like I had ever planned, my girls, their clothes didn't fit according to them. They were itchy, like they were just having a rough morning. And so then they were crying and they were, then feeding off of each other. Then it's hard on me because then they're crying and it's those things. And so moms know exactly what I'm talking about. It was a rough morning. And I was running so late, so behind time that at this point now, I think I was like 7 minutes late of coming on this live. And, that was where I was thinking, like, I can't come on and talk about like, how is everything happening for me? How is everything happening through me versus how is this happening to me when I'm not quite in that headspace? And then I thought, well, wait, like this is the perfect opportunity to just kind of like, just be real and talk about where I'm at. Like I could cry thinking about it because it's rough. It was a really rough morning. And it was one of those mornings where like, as a mom, I lost my patience and I yelled, and I was like, we gotta go. I can't be late, And so in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, well, it's okay if I miss my live, but I have to be there to start teaching my 9:30 class. But it's not okay if I miss my life. Like I announce it, I talk about that I'm going to be here. And even though I like, it's not someone paying me to show up, it's my honor, it's my word. And I want to honor that and I want to show up for it. And so I thought, well, maybe this is the perfect opportunity to just talk about real life and just talk about, I had a really rough morning and I caught it. And I'm going to show up and I'm just going to talk about it. So here's what I do when I have these moments in life. One, I ask, how is this happening for me? How is this happening through me? How is this a reframe that I can then use it towards my benefit to see the beauty in it, to see the other side of it and come through it? And so using the example of this morning of my girls crying and just, so what happened was also my 9-year-old held pieces of paper up into the window yesterday with her arm. Like she held it up into the window and she sketched. She used the sunlight to sketch over it. Well, she woke up this morning with her shoulders hurting so bad because she had held the paper up in the window, right? And she was bawling. She was like, "You don't understand. They hurt so bad. I can't move. I can't get dressed." And she's 9, but she's, a Polynesian size 9. So I can't really like help her if she doesn't want my help physically. And so like trying to use my words, trying to be patient with it, trying to tell her, no, I understand exactly what you're feeling like, because you feel like when you work your muscles really well, you're feeling muscle soreness, muscle fatigue, and like that feels really good. Anyways, long story short, she was just bawling that she couldn't get dressed, she couldn't do anything. At this point, we're running like 20 minutes behind. Then the 6-year-old starts crying because her 9-year-old sister is crying and mom doesn't understand how bad she's hurting. And you understand, like, I can laugh about it now, but it happened like an hour ago. And so, this is kind of like a light topic of a morning going unlike, I wanted it to. So no matter where you're at in life, what is it that you could reframe around something that's going on right now that you would rather it not be, or that it's your quote unquote sucks moment? So for me, and I already texted my husband this morning, is that they're going to go to bed earlier. They need an earlier bedtime because they're too tired in the morning. They're not getting all of the rest that they need. And so it was like, oh, okay, so this is how it's happening for me, is that, they go to bed a little bit earlier, they get a good night's sleep. And then, we have more time for us also at the end of the night, versus the night feeling like we're up a little bit later. It's kind of a little bit more frantic to get to bed. So then it feels like this full circle moment where, one led into another. So that's how I'm thinking this is how it's working for me. It's also a practice that whenever I do lose my patience and I yell and I raise my voice, I can come back and figure out like, well, why am I losing my patience? What is this a mirror to me that they are doing that they need, that I am witnessing in myself also? Maybe they need more attention. Maybe they want to be heard. Maybe they want to be seen. And, so literally this just happened this morning. So I'm still thinking it through. What is it all? But at the very surface level, what it can be is that they just need to go to bed earlier. They need more rest. And that's how it's working for me. This is how they're showing me. So the other thing that I wanted to share here is that the other day I was in a group and we were talking about EFT tapping. It was off topic, and someone in there works with an EFT practitioner, not me, but someone else. And she had mentioned how she was just having this chatter in her head. And so I suggested that she do tapping around it. And I discovered that a lot of people don't realize that you can tap. You don't need me. You don't need an official practitioner. You already possess everything that you need in order to tap for yourself. You already have the energy points in your body to tap on yourself to help bring yourself down from a high charged state. So normally what I would do is I would just start tapping on myself and just talking it out. And all of the chatter, all of the anger, all of the everything else that I was going through, I would just start tapping on my body points. And quite often I'm doing something else with it, right? Like I'm, opening doors, or I'm putting laundry away, or I'm doing something, but I have one free hand. And instead of talking to myself, just to talk to myself, like we all talk to ourselves, whether you're saying it out loud or in your head, you let those stories run, just start tapping on the energy points. Just tap on the tapping points that we normally do, and just vent. Just say the stuff out loud, so that you can start working through this energy, and the energy will start to move through you. And really quickly, what will happen is you will hear the silliness. You will hear, that's why I was laughing a little bit earlier. You will hear the stuff that's coming up for you that's not true. And so if there's anything in this entire video that you could come back to and take from, it's that you don't need an EFT practitioner to tap. You don't have to say very specific things. All you need is the voices that you are saying to yourself anyways. Start tapping on the energy points. This will calm the fight or flight, right? And it will allow you to hear the chatter and the truth. What is the chatter and what's the truth? And so I'm going to give you an example of how I normally would have tapped on myself this morning once I got here. And instead of just doing it on myself, I was like, I'm just going to go live and do it. And then we can talk about it. And I can help someone else that's had a really rough morning. And maybe you're watching this another time when you've had a rough morning, or you can come back to it. So here's what it would normally look like for me. And I would keep my eyes open, and I would not go into like the breath work or anything, because I'm really like frustrated and angry at the time, right? So I would just start tapping, and I'd be like, oh my God, this morning is just like every other morning. Why can't they just listen to me? Why can't they just get dressed? Don't they know that I've spent so much money on their clothes? I bought them brand name uniforms, and they're thinking that they're really scratchy. They have no idea what scratchy is. This is high quality clothing. They should be grateful. Why can't they just get dressed? What's the big deal? Get freaking dressed. I'm downstairs waiting on them now. I gave them their space. I realized I lost my patience. I got really upset and I yelled. I don't like how that feels when I yell. I don't want to yell, but they make me yell sometimes. Do they make me yell? Or did I make myself yell? Did I allow myself to lose my patience? What's the truth here? I'm just as frustrated as them. They're crying because they're young. They're crying because they're getting their emotions out that way. I got my emotions out by losing my patience and I yelled. And I keep talking about how I lost my patience and yelled. So obviously that has some meaning. What does it mean? What does it mean when I lose my patience and I yell? What did that mean today? It means I need more time. It means I need more time for me. It means I'm taking on way too much. I didn't even get half my to-do list done yesterday. It's too much. I'm going to give myself permission to do less today. So you can see how like just that this is how I talk to myself now. And so that was not something that I meant for you to like follow along with me, because I was going like that. That was something I wanted to give you an example that when you're in a high charge state and you're needing to vent and you're so pissed off at someone else or whatever it might be, that you can talk through it. I did not pre-write that. I did not script that. I did not know where that was going when I started to tap. And I just started to tap on my girls upset that their clothes were scratchy. And the scratchiness of their clothes led into, why can't they just be grateful? They have no idea. Like these are name brand uniforms that I bought them. I could have bought them Walmart uniforms, and they have no idea what it could feel like, which led into, why did I lose my patience? Which led into, I just got too fucking much going on. I do. I've got too many projects open and rolling. And again, I can feel it in my throat. Like I need less. And so I'm going to give myself permission to do less, because I tend to take on 5 billion things at once. And and now that I'm thinking about it, I had this thought of, I had gone on and told my other, my teachers here, my ICs, that I was going to do something yesterday and get a schedule like mapped out. And it didn't work. Not that it didn't work, but it was, 10 p.m. And I was like, I gotta rest. I gotta put this away. I gotta take a breath. And one thing that I've started doing is putting everything away by 6 p.m. and then coming back to it when the girls do go to sleep. But I need more rest. I need more space. And without that tapping that I just did right there for like whatever it was, 2 minutes, I wouldn't have that clarity. And I want you all to have that clarity. So whenever you start to feel really high charged, in a high charged state, come back to this, come back to tapping. You don't need someone to guide you through. If you do, it's deeper for sure. Well, we can get way down into like the issues as to why can't I break through something? So, but I just wanted you to start understanding that you don't need to have this like, scheduled out session. You already have everything you need. If it's something you want to go deeper into and very personal and figure out like, why can't I break through, this? Why can't I lose the weight? Why can't I open the business? Why can't I attract the people that I want in my life? And you've been trying and you've tapped on yourself and nothing's really coming to you, then that's when we do the private sessions. That's when we get into much deeper levels. All right. I see some comments in here. Thank you so much for everyone for being here. I'm going to post them up here. Christiane, I love that you're tapping. Thank you. Thank you so much. Everyone that's, yes. Oh, this is when I asked, like, raise your hand, right? Yes. Raise your hand if you've ever lost your patience, right? Yes. Thank you everyone for being here. I love like posting these comments up on here. Take a breath. Now I don't know how to, oh, there we go. Okay. I love StreamYard. Take a breath. So then I would then go into the next round of something else I could do for myself here, where I'd say like the what ifs, So what if I do just have the girls go up to bed earlier? What if we get ready for bed earlier and then I have some time to actually read a book to them? What if we start doing what we used to do and we can actually tap together before bed? I wonder what that would feel like. Sometimes I feel like a bad mom because I lose my patience. I know I'm not a bad mom. Sometimes I feel like that. I don't want to lose my patience. So maybe if I set their bedtime earlier, I have more free time for myself, I'll be more patient. And so I just wanted you to again, not necessarily follow me on this round today and repeat after me, but just see how by introducing the what ifs can come to you. Yeah, I see you all. I am my best client in that I'm also a mom and an entrepreneur and a wife and trying to do it all. And, just finally coming to a point in my life where I'm giving myself permission to not do it all and to say no and to cancel and to take longer to do projects that I normally would just be up all night long doing. So thank you so much, Melody. I wanted to put your comment up here. I see you. Yeah. We all take on too much, right? We all take on way too much. So if you're not finding bliss in it, if you're not finding joy in it, if you're not finding the love in it, take a step back, take a breath. I will definitely do a tapping video on what I had planned on doing today, which is finding the the reframes around how everything really is happening for you. I guess I kind of did it with this one also, right? But I'll script it in a way that you can follow along, that it's a global tapping and you can apply whatever it is that's happening in your life to see how it's happening for you instead of through you. Maybe I'll give you a little taste of, what time is it? It's 9:26. Okay, in 1 minute, I'm going to share with you really fast. And again, this person allowed me to share this with you, or to talk about this. She messaged me and she said, my work has now scheduled me every single Saturday, and which means I can't be there live for the Rise Tribe. The Rise Tribe meets one Saturday a month, the very first Saturday, for 2 hours. And I've told everyone that's in this, make this the most important 2 hours of your life to show up for yourself. And so, she was coming to me saying, this sucks. They've booked me at these times. Don't they know that I can't, I want to be there live. I know I can watch the videos back, but I want to be there live. And so I kind of asked her, well, how is this happening for you? One, is it an opportunity to speak up? Is it an opportunity to say, you just booked me literally for every single Saturday. I want one Saturday a month off. Can we negotiate? Is the universe giving you this opportunity to speak up for yourself and say what you want? Is the universe also putting you on the schedule at work because that's where you're supposed to be? And it knows that you will be more present when you watch these videos back for a while. Is the universe looking for you to get more creative in a way that you could have the first Saturday of the month off? And she came back and she was like, you know what? Yeah, I have paid time off. I haven't used. I could use it there. I also never speak up for myself. I just follow the rules. And I want to speak up for myself. Here's the opportunity. So that's what we'll tap on. So ask yourself also, how is this happening for me? Something that seems like, yeah, no, this sucks. Why are they doing this to me? Can be absolutely, this is the way that it's supposed to happen for your highest good. So, all right, everyone, I'm going to go teach my Pilates class and be very, very present and so grateful for these women that are here and the men that are here to take the Pilates class. I love you all. Have an amazing day. Tap and talk the chatter that's in your head out. I am still working on clearing my throat chakra out. That is the one area. That's the number one thing. And so this is why part of me wanted to come on and do the live instead of just like being tapping on my own. Speaking my truth, saying it out loud. I'm a real person. I have really rough days, even though I feel like I am getting better and better at recognizing it quick and moving out of that high charge state faster and faster. I am just one step of everyone else that feels like, how do you even like reframe it? I'm your girl. I can help you with that. Have a great day.